Hi, it's Zoe from Zeal and Zen. I am here today to talk to you about something that is a great way to revitalize the energy in your legs and recover from either intense exercise or maybe a day on your feet, or if you work on your feet all day long. It's a super way to just sort of energize the legs and get a little bit of healing going, and actually make your recovery time, especially if you're an athlete, maybe a little bit shorter. So let's get into it. Very underrated, legs up the wall. So to start with, have your yoga mat relatively close to the wall. It doesn't have to be right butt up against it. And come up and sit parallel to the wall, okay? So some people think that you have to be right up against the wall like this. You don't, and actually it might make getting up there a little bit easier or a little bit more challenging. So you can give yourself a little bit of distance here. And do that, and then just simply rock back and pivot, and the legs go up the wall. And what's okay here that, again, some people might not be aware of is it's okay to have a bend in the knees. So the thing is you get here and you can just chill, just relax. And one of the big benefits is the reverse of the blood flow in the legs as the legs are up the wall. So this has all the benefits of a yoga inversion, with you being able to be relatively relaxed and chilled in this position for a long period of time, compared to something like headstand or handstand or shoulder stand or something like that, more common yoga postures. So it's just nice to kind of lay back and take some nice full breaths. Sort of settle into your mat and make sure you're good and comfortable. Shimmy around a bit if you need to. Shoulder blades are nice and flat in the mat. So again, speaking to athletes, recommended time frame to be in this position would be 3 minutes for every hour of activity. So for instance, if you're on a long bike ride for a couple hours or something like that, it's a great thing to put your legs up the wall for about 6 minutes or so. So same thing with hiking or running or any of those other sort of endurance type activities can be really beneficial. And as well for activities that, you know, are more resistance training, like to build muscle in the legs and stuff like this, it will help with your recovery time. So yeah, I just kind of like to sink into things, and sometimes I rest my hands on my belly, find my breath into my belly, or move up inside body ribs, feel that, and even the chest, just feeling the breath in those various places. If you're getting the 3-part breath, especially down into the belly, that's a more restorative breath for you. It'll bring you into a quieter place. So if you're not used to legs up the wall, and you find that after a period of time your legs are becoming a little bit tingly, or it just doesn't feel good, you're welcome to take a deeper bend in the knees and let the soles of the feet come on the wall, and just rest here until that tingling sensation goes away. And then you're welcome to lift the legs back up. So what's extra nice if you're here, and sometimes you can do this for yourself, or if you have somebody that you care about or that cares about you nearby, is to get a little bit of a squeeze from the ankle down. Just giving a little bit of a squeeze in the legs. So I kind of like to go one direction And then twist my hands around another direction. Just again to help reverse that blood flow and revitalize the legs a little bit. So again, it's kind of nice if you have somebody to do this for you, but it is possible to do it on your own. So the last little tidbit I'll give you is, again, something that is meant to sort of revitalize the legs and wake up the legs and give you a little bit more spunk after a long day or a long workout, is to bring the heels towards the ceiling. You can see my feet moving, and it's as if my toes are coming towards my shins. So just a couple of little pulses like that. Really think about the heels going up. And you'll notice that the rest of my body is really quiet. So I'm not grinning or, bracing, try to make this happen. Everything's really nice and quiet. And then pause and relax. And again, optional. You can let the legs fall apart just to wherever they go on the wall. Don't have to push them down. Softness at the knees always. And just let them pause there for a moment. Let gravity sort of play into it a bit. Nice even breaths. And then one more time, bring the toes towards the shins and the heels out to the side. So it's a slightly different feeling here versus when the legs are straight up. But again, it's just rejuvenating the legs, waking up things. If you feel like it, you can let that go and then sort of hang out here for a while. And key in returning to our starting place is to support the hands on the outer part of the thigh and bring the legs back together. So a little bit of support. And again, you can just let the legs chill out for a while. And you'll notice throughout all of the movements, my hips and pelvis right here and upper body have been really quiet. So make sure that if you're trying to set yourself up and legs up the wall, you don't want the pelvis to be rocked up to try to get the legs up there. So give yourself a little bit of space from the wall and soften up the knees just so you can have the low back and pelvis just lay comfortably on the floor. I'm going to take another couple of breaths here. And sometimes if you want to just sort of chill and completely forget about things, but keep yourself on a bit of a time track, I like to set a timer just to say, okay, I need to be in legs at the wall for 6 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever, and set a timer, and then you can just close your eyes and breathe and tune out and relax. So to come out, we just basically reverse everything we just did to get into legs up wall. So we're going to rock onto our side. Come onto our side, and then use our arms to press up. And we're back to the beginning. So you might find when you do stand, a little bit more life, a little bit more spring in the legs. And again, as mentioned, specifically, for athletes or people that are standing on their feet all day, you recover a lot more quickly from those activities. So I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit of restorative yoga. And if you have anything else that you'd like to see in, maybe a short 5 or 10 minute clip, just let me know. info@zealandzen.com, and you can find a little bit more out about Zeal and Zen at www.zealandzen.com. So this is Zoe signing out on this Canada Day. Right there. So happy Canada Day. It'll probably be past that by the time you post, but I hope you had a great celebration. So look forward to seeing you in my next yoga video. Namaste.